Hello, you guys. My name's Ayano, and welcome to our live. Where today the message is be bold in any endeavor that you want to do. Be bold. No matter if it's something silly, no matter if it's something advanced. Be bold. Right? Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith and to take that chance on yourself. Be bold and get it all done. I will reiterate this: BOLD. Because once you're bold, you're able to not only do things that other people would assume that you couldn't do, you're able to prove yourself and other people wrong 10 times out of 10 times out of 10. And after that, you just don't really have to do much. All you have to do is just keep doing you. Just keep being bold. And you will always succeed no matter what. And that's the gist of it all. Be bold in your endeavors. No matter how ridiculous, no matter how silly. And with that being said, I have no clue what I'm about to create right now. It was supposed to be a cape, but I'm not so sure right now. But we just finna go trust. That's the only thing that we can do right now. Only thing we can do right now is trust. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, let's keep on chopping it up. Let's keep talking. Let's keep on mocking. But we ain't finna go out except when we rock it up and down and all around. Finna go in hell and stop it. Stop all the evil in the world. I already know that I'm coming in with a swirl. I'm coming in, but I don't want a girl. I want a woman for my own swirls. Dang, that was a quick little freestyle. Even be bold in what you say. Be bold in what you say and don't even care about the consequences. Yeah. I'm gonna try that. If a person ain't gonna listen, then just say what you want anyways. That way, that's just gonna practice you into actually saying something and not suffering no consequences. I like that. Anyways, yeah. Okay. Hmm. We finna see. Hold on. Let's see something real quick. Pop, rock, roll. Type of fabricated DMX song is that? Yeah. Uh, since I'm occupied right now. Same way frequencies, man. I feel like talking about electromagnetism. That's just my vibe right now. Let's see. Electromagnetic induction. Induction leads to transformers. Transformers lead to also relays, but not directly. Relays plus transformers equals a high frequency switcher. I wonder. To those of y'all who are electrical engineers or those who create electronics for high tech companies, do y'all know what would happen if? Hold on, I'm taking y'all with me. This is this. Do y'all know what would happen if y'all were to take a transformer and send that through a relay? Would that increase the frequency or would it just allow it to just be at a base, right? Because I just thought about it. Because if you design a relay, specifically, not even specifically, if you design a relay correctly, you'll be able to have those high amount of switchings. And again, you can probably create one with less than what you have right now. It's just a matter of information into which, what would it do? I want to find that out myself. Yeah. There. You know what? I want to see something, just in case. The ones who miss out in life are the ones who aren't bold. They play it safe. They work so hard. They're willing to give their all just to be safe. And yet, in the end of it all, it doesn't work out. They still don't feel fulfilled. You want to know why? Because they haven't really done what they wanted to do. Right? Now, granted, that doesn't mean just go out and risk your life. What that does mean is that when there's something that you really want to do, just be bold and do it despite not having enough. Because when there's a will, there's a way. Maybe that's probably a signal for me too. Shoot. I mean, think about it. If you are 10 times out of 10 guaranteed not to lose on whatever type of endeavor you are on, and all you have to do is just go for it and fail a few times, would you do it? And most people would incidentally say no. I think I might say yes. Again, I would try to continue talking, but it's so difficult freaking focusing on one task that you have to do. Well, there's another that has to be done as well. Okay. Yeah, lay it like this. I mean, kind of, sort of. I could probably... Nah. But... Maybe. Let's try it. But... I gotta focus on this live. Alright. Tap in. Okay. We were talking about being bold. When you are bold, you are able to get the things that you truly want in life no matter what. No matter if it's candy, no matter if it's that dream job, that dream life, or just that trip. If you are bold, no matter if you have it or not, you're guaranteed to get it. It's not only a if, it is about a when. So do not be afraid to take that leap of faith. And I will constantly speak this to y'all. When you take that leap of faith, you will 10 times out of 10 get exactly way more than you expected to get. And that's a guarantee. Right? And on that note, what's a great example I could use? Right? I would use relationship or just like trying to find a partner, but that's way too easy. You feel what I'm saying? That's way too obvious of one, and that really doesn't align with what I'm trying to convey to you. Let's say, for example, right? Something simple. Something way simple, but not talked about enough. You want a sandwich from a deli, but
You only got $4. The sandwich costs 6, and you're like, dang, I ain't even got enough. But you go anyways. You come with that mindset of, all right, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna just find a way to just get that deli sandwich no matter what. So you walk in. Coincidentally enough, after taxes, guess what? The sandwich was on discount, and it equaled out to exactly $4. Meaning, because you were bold, you took that chance on yourself, and there was coincidentally an opportunity waiting for you. And that's another thing. Coincidentally enough, there was always already a situation and an opportunity waiting for you so that you can take advantage of it. And that's because you were bold. Hmm. And you see, I feel like this is a message for myself when I say this, but don't be afraid if you feel like you don't have enough, because there's always a way to get what you want no matter what it is. Right? And I kept telling myself this too. Like, dang, how am I supposed to get this if I don't have this, or if I don't have that, if I don't have this, that, and the third? And yet, by the time I al- by the time I already got what I quote unquote needed, I didn't need it no more. It's like me needing balloons, but I found some silicone rubber laying around that was way better. And then the next moment, I just get balloons. Like, they're nice, but that's not exactly what I wanted. That's not what I needed now, because I already have what I got. Let me go put this in simpler terms, because that probably confused some of y'all. What's the point of me getting it now if what I used already completed the task that into which I needed to complete? Meaning, it's nice that you gave me balloons, but I already had silicone rubber take care of the task. So it's kind of redundant. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And I've seen this too with myself. Like, I would just be like, all right, boom. I just made 200. I'ma just go spend this, that, and the third. Then all of a sudden, I just get a random 200 out of nowhere. I'm like, thank you, but I don't really need it now. Like, and it'd be so strange, because the moment when you don't need it, that's when it comes. Hmm. Has a person really tried to work on that? Like, the moment that you do not need it. Right. And oh, it's weird because it's not nothing physical externally, right? It's always when your mind is like, okay, I don't care. I already have what I need. I don't really gotta look for what I asked for. Then all of a sudden, you just get it. Matter of fact, like my multi tool. Screw it, that mug in the car somewhere. Like my multi tool, I misplaced it. I'm gonna say that I misplaced it. It was my fault. I take accountability for that. And I was like, man, how am I supposed to screw in this bolt if I don't have my multi tool? So I was like, screw it. No pun intended. And I just found a way to just tighten that bolt without it, to the point where it's way better than my multi tool. And then later on, I think like a few days later, yeah, a few days later, I found my multi tool. And I was like, I really don't need it no more. Right? And it's like, sometimes you may feel like you need something, when in actuality, you have everything that you need right now. All you have to do is just take that leap of faith. That's all it really takes. So, my question right now is, what would be the equivalent of trying to travel without no documents? Well, the easiest thing would probably be a freaking taxi, but in rural areas, probably a bus. And again, like, where am I gonna find a bus? Still, huh? I think it really does take that leap of faith, though. Crud. screw it. Okay, where do we plan on going? Yeah, y'all still generating. Where do we plan on going? Mongolia. Yeah, screw it. We'll go to Mongolia. What are my options? Okay. We got boat, board, airplane, Shanghai. Nah, I wouldn't even say Shanghai. We could possibly Shanghai ourselves. Then again, there is more than one unconventional way to travel the globe. They're not particularly legal, but they are ways. But I think there's also something in realizing that you, as a person that wants to travel, know gosh dang well that these people in control are trying to keep you here. And yet you want to do things the right way. I'm not saying that you should cheat somebody out. What I am saying is, if the rules are unfair, break them. Screw it. We're gonna Shanghai ourselves. Actually, I gotta look that up to make sure I ain't talking negatively about it. Now I'm finna become a freaking stowaway, or just probably make my own boat or something like that. Probably could though. Yeah. All right. So what do we got around us? Who cares? It'll come when it comes. Yeah. This live really ain't living, but I don't care. Maybe it's because it's low energy. Maybe it's because I want to be consistent. Who knows? Who really cares? Except y'all. Y'all are the only ones who care, and I appreciate that. But aside from all that, I'm probably gonna end off this live. Again. Remain. Hold on. Patience. You know what? Because of that, I'm finna stay on a little bit longer because somebody trying to stop my throat chakra. See, I was gonna leave, but now I'm finna intentionally stay on. Some are witches. Hold on. Boom, boom. Yeah, we are finna be bold today. I don't freaking care. You know what? As a matter of fact, come with me. That's right, friend. Come on with me. Oh no, I'm speaking like those in my hometown. Oh no. Look at the little lizard. Okay. What do we got in order for us to build? Screw it. Whatever can create a whole bunch of pressure. That can focus. That can do that. That can do that. Pipe I already got. Oh, wait a minute. A metal one. Plus this one. I'm finna just go build on this mother. I don't even care. You know what? I'm just finna make a huge freaking capacitor. Stick it the other way. I'm gonna make me a huge freaking capacitor. Okay. Ooh. missed all the way up. Thinking I won't create this huge amount of pressure here. See, because I was going to create me a shirt, but now, whoever tried to stop me from talking, oh, y'all fucked up. Oh, screw it. Y'all messed up exquisitely. Because now I was going to get off this mug. But now I see somebody. I don't know what it is about that. Like, do y'all ever go through that when someone try to stop you, or when someone say do something, y'all do the complete opposite? Especially when you were already gonna do it. I don't know if I'm the only one like that. Even though I've seen a bunch of people online saying that too. It's like, huh. It's like that level of, no, you're not gonna tell me what I can and cannot do. This is my life. I choose what I can and cannot do. Hmm. Freaking bugs. I could just get some freaking. Right, I don't have to necessarily use Oh, hold on. I think I got something here. It's gonna take a lot of pipes though. Sheesh. Okay. Following the piping, following the piping. Yeah. Again, I don't know who tried to stop my voice. You did this? Oh my god. Well, I made the choice of being like, absolutely not. You're not gonna stop me. At the same exact time. Oh my god. Crap. Hey, whoever's on here, can any of y'all tell me how much pipes are? Like, anybody at all. Can any one of you tell me how much pipes are right now? I need to know. How much are pipes? Yeah. Like, seriously, who can tell me how much pipes are nowadays? Anything that's 1 inch in diameter. Like, out of all seriousness, I need the price. I go ahead and buy it today. Oh god, I just don't feel like look. I ain't even gonna say I don't feel like looking it up. I'm just unable to call them right now. So can anybody please tell me what's the price of freaking pipes? PVC pipes, anything that's specifically an inch. Cause I think I'm on to something. Oh yes, you don't. Come on, dang. Yeah. Jeez. Like, wait, it was just one. Goddamn. It was just one cough. It's not that serious, but it was that serious. Talking about something wasn't that serious. It was that serious. Talking about something it's just a cough. It was more than a cough. It was a cost. It was a cough of defiance. Okay. 3. You know what? While I'm doing this, let me go to an intermission break. Check these comments. Don't know what y'all been saying. Yeah. All right. Let's see, what's good, Owen? And I wish you a great recovery. And Omar, I feel that. I really feel that. If it was something that I talked about on here, I feel that. It's which it probably was. Again. And that's the downside of this, right? Like, y'all be commenting, but I can't focusing on y'all comments, no matter if they're good or bad. I can't focus on y'all comments while also being able to convey my message to y'all. Because I got to get that out clearly. But y'all, don't think I don't see y'all messages. I do. I do see y'all comments. It's just that I don't have time to respond to them. And that's mainly because of the fact that on here, there we go. It's stable. Hmm. 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 I got an epiphany. It might be the absolute cheapest thing that I've ever done, but the science just checks out. Hold on. Because if I get this right, correct, if I get this done correctly, that mean that, oh, logically it makes sense, right? Like, you increase surface area, and it doesn't matter as long as the water's connected. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on. Clearly, there's something we're talking about. You see nothing, you see flat out. You see how things we do not that we do flat out. Okay, so this increases surface area for hydraulic systems. Oh, hold on. Wait, y'all want to know something else I realized? Okay, here's something else I realized. There are actual people in this world. Hold on, let me get down here. There are actual people in this world with cognitive dissonance, meaning no matter what you say to them, no matter what proof you bring to their face, they will always have something to combat that. That's just something I have to get out there because, right, like, you could show everybody everything and yet they still won't believe. And which is why I'm not a Christian right now. Like, that's really a heavy reason why I am not religious. I still believe in a God, the God, but I don't, like, hold on. That really does add on to it, right? Because there are just certain people who you can just show proof to that just won't believe. And it's not your job to just force a belief onto somebody. You feel what I'm saying? And so when you try to force your beliefs onto somebody else without allowing them to be open or without allowing them to be like, let me go and see before I make my own judgment, they're just going to be closed minded. They're probably going to already be closed minded as is. So the best thing for you to do as a true speaker is to just say something and just let it go. Right? Because those with cognitive dissonance are always going to have something to say. They're always going to think that, I ain't even going to say they're always going to think that you're lying. They're always going to think that they're always right when they really haven't checked the facts. And what's so sad is people with cognitive dissonance are the only ones that are gaslighting themselves. They're their own worst enemies because of that. So, yeah. That's just so sad, like that. Like there's this man to this day who believe that all people of a Caucasian color are the same, and that's just completely false. But I also know that trying to argue or trying to convince them otherwise is just going to be a waste of energy, right? You can't convince people of something that they already believe. Or rather, you can't tell a person who's still stuck in their ways how things are now, no matter if they experience it for themselves. Sometimes you just gotta let people be delusional. And that's a harsh truth. Like those who choose to ignore the facts, you have to allow them to be delusional, no matter if they're positive or negative. Otherwise, you're gonna drive yourself crazy trying to convince a person who doesn't want to be convinced. Like, that's the number one thing about it. You're gonna drive yourself crazy by trying to convince somebody who just doesn't want to be convinced, but instead want to yell, scream, or just be on the phone, do this, that, and the third to the top of their lungs on how they're right, no matter what it is. And when a person like that is wrong, they'll never admit it. Heavy confirmation. When that type of person is wrong, they'll never admit it. So please be the type of, ooh, that's a heavy confirmation right there. Be the type of person. Hey, spirit. Man, y'all active today. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, be the type of person who is able to admit when they're wrong. Don't be the type of person who ignored the evidence, who is just stuck in their ways. Be the type of person who can say, I am wrong, and won't feel no type of way about it. Because that type of person has way more power than a person who always feels like they have to be right on a situation. No matter if you are right, that's the thing about it. It don't matter if you're right or wrong. What matters is when you know you've done wrong, you clearly apologize. You don't walk around it. You straight up say it. You don't walk around it. You say it out loud that I am wrong. That's the clear message that so many people of cognitive dissonance suffer from. They cannot admit when they're wrong. They'll try to tiptoe, they'll maneuver, they'll give you gifts, but that word will never come out of their mouths. That word sorry won't ever come out their mouths. And so I strive every single day, no matter if I even do lie, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I do lie sometimes. And you're right. And it takes courage to even admit that you lie sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Some people just want to be those type of people who always tell the truth. Like sometimes I lie, and there are some things where I just got misinformation from. And when that happens, I'm gonna just tell y'all outright. Because I want to be able to stay in truth based on what I am aware of. You feel what I'm saying? And that's also another reason why when I say certain things about my reality, I tend to bring up this isn't going to work for everybody because everybody is unique, everybody is different. And I'll also bring up that point into which there is also things about everyone that is always the same. Just like how she likes reading and I like watching movies, we both bleed the same. Just like how I may be rich and wealthy and somebody may be poor, we both breathe. And just like how you and I could be a different race and a different color, we both live and perish on this freaking planet. Get out from me, bottle. You freaking bug. Yeah. Yeah, scurry on. Yeah, scurry on. But yeah, don't be afraid to say that you're wrong. Because trust me, I know how it feels. It's the hardest thing. Like, I wouldn't even say it's the hardest thing to do. It's only hard when you lied first. Or when you do something horrendous and you don't know how that person is going to react. But I guarantee you, you're going to get way more respect from a person who is just automatically going to tell you the truth than a person who's just gonna lie to you just so that they can save grace. You'll get way more respect from people like that. Don't be afraid to tell the truth. Even when it's something simple like you meeting people. Like, if you're just able to come as you are, the right ones will accept you. And don't see everyone as, oh, they just don't like me for who I am. Just see everybody as, mm, only some of these people will accept me for who I am if I come as I am. So let me keep being that and let me see who will accept me. And 10 times out of 10, you will more likely meet the people that are meant to be in your life. And that's because you stuck by who you were at the end of the day. And that's always been truth. That's always been fact, no matter what. But we've already gone off topic with this, which is so freaking hysterical because starting this live, I had absolutely nothing to talk about. And yet we just automatically went into cognitive dissonance and how people like that just really are in their own freaking hell like that. Like they don't grow beyond that, right? And I had a conversation with myself on what happens when a person that's open minded is around people of cognitive dissonance. Meaning, what happens when a person that doesn't, what happens when a group of people doesn't want to grow come in contact with a person that actively grows? Separation is inevitable, right? Like a person who is always exploring new things, always doing something new, or is always working on how to be better. And I'm gonna say this straight raw, is always better than a person who is just stuck in their ways. That's just fact. Because you never allow, because a person that's stuck in their ways do not allow themselves to see different perspectives of a situation, to see the complexities of a situation, to really just experience something new, right? Like you may have had a bad experience with this, but you don't know if this is going to be different, right? And again, every situation is complex. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. But that doesn't mean you have to close your mind off to the possibilities, right? Like just because you always get M&Ms, that don't mean you can't get a Twix, sneakers, Kinder Buenos, and the such, right? And just because you always like peanuts, that doesn't mean that you can't have pistachios, Brazilian nuts, walnuts, black walnuts, cashews, etc. Right? There's multiple options out here. Don't limit yourself. Don't allow your mind to limit yourself to those type of people, beings, environments, things, ideas, etc. And I noticed that like that is why there had been this one thing that I just haven't gotten yet. Because I'm allowing myself to just experience multiple things. Like I don't just want to be stuck on one. Right? And this is clearly, again, this is clearly different in terms of relationships and dating. That's a whole level of complexity that I'll get into later. But you don't just stop yourself because you want to focus on one thing. You allow yourself to just go and experience multiple things that may lead to it. And what you tend to learn is that some things are actually connected to one another in ways that you never expected. And because of that, you 10 times out of 10 will automatically always experience the best of everything. Even to the point when you get it, there's probably something else that you experienced in the past on trying to get that one thing that you prefer. And that's another thing I love about this. And let's add another level of complexity here in terms of dating. Like don't allow yourself to just date one particular race. And to those who do swing that way, don't allow yourself to just date one particular gender. Explore and experiment. Again, if you want to. I'm not saying you have to if you want to. Again, I am kind of biased because I am hetero. I'm going to be so honest with you. I am kind of biased because There is a part of me that's saying, nah, don't say it that. But I know that because of the time that we're in, there are a bunch of people who are identifying as multiple different genders. And to those, I'd give respect to. As long as they ain't doing nothing nefarious, as long as they just want to be who they are in terms of they are this, but they don't have to show it, and they just are that. You feel what I'm saying? Right? It's like being straight, but you don't have to show that you're straight. You feel what I'm saying? And there's just a whole other group that's just doing so many things, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna call them the Lil Nas X's. You have so many of those Lil Nas X's that disrespect other people, this, that, and the third, into which it doesn't really call for all that confirmation. All it calls for is just being like, this is who I am. Do you accept me for who I am? If not, okay. But yeah, don't be afraid to date outside your race. Please don't. And don't be afraid to. I ain't even say don't be afraid. To those who swing that way, don't be afraid to experience multiple different people. Because I guarantee you, there may be someone who might be the one that doesn't match your criteria that checks off way more boxes than if that person did meet that criteria. Meaning, it is okay for you to date those other Caucasians. It is okay for you to date an African American. It is okay for you to date a Native American. It is okay for you to date someone Mexican, Brazilian, Japanese, South African, North African. It doesn't matter. Even Russian. I don't care who you are. It is okay. You see this cheeky smile on my face. It is okay. Okay. You're listening, right? Don't let your own self stop you from experiencing something that is truly beneficial for your own growth. Don't let that stop you. Because I guarantee you, once you really express and explore that, you'll tend to find that you always had what you wanted from the get-go. And I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah. Again, ooh, now I see why this is uncomfortable. Right? I see why this is uncomfortable for me to talk about. And I have to realize, right? Those who are gonna say something about this are the ones that I should ignore and are the ones that aren't a part of my life, that shouldn't be in my life. Right? So I'm gonna say this. For those of you who date the same sex, it is okay for you to date multiple people that are the same or are of different sex from you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you identify as. It is okay to go explore and experiment, especially when you have that choice. Do not push that onto your kids, but remember that you yourself are able to experience whoever, whatever, whenever, however, no matter what people may say. And those people who talk about you behind your back, especially to those who support you, those who talk about you and your supporters, no matter if they're your friends, family, etc., who support your decision and they talk about you, they're not the ones for you. Because the ones for you will respect you and respect your choices and won't even judge you for even being queer. Don't be afraid to be queer, and don't be afraid to date outside your race. Okay? Okay. So that means if you want big Bajanga Jones Brazilian, okay, let me stop. See, I don't like, okay, this is supposed to be a friendly family child. This is supposed to be a friendly family channel. But those Brazilians. Listen, I'm childish, I know. I'm childish, I know. But to all my men who are straight, you cannot tell me that you wouldn't want to. Listen, hear me out. You telling me you wouldn't? You telling me you wouldn't? Oh my god. Oh, I'm having way too much fun on here. Oh, mm, yeah. No more lemon. Then I'm having way too much fun on here. But yeah, I'm finna go end this live before it gets way 18 plus on here. The Brazilians, Bajanga Jones. As always, stay peaceful, blessed, a miracle up in us. You will appreciate what's taken care of. By the divine one above all high source, God as well as everyone that truly and genuinely and deeply cares about you deeper than their souls. Always remember that here you are loved. We care about you here if no one else does. We do, I do. Know that no matter what, we are always here to give you that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. We're always here when you need that listening ear to talk to or when you need somebody to listen to you. Community tab is always on my YouTube. Hit it up. I'm always here for you when you need us. I'm always here for you when you need me or when you need somebody to talk to. Don't be afraid. Have faith and have the courage. And smile today. Because you deserve it. Okay? Okay! Now come in for this hug. Yeah, come in. No matter if you're dating outside your race or if you are queer, don't be afraid to be who you are. You're beautiful either way. God made you that way for a reason. And as long as you're not doing anything nefarious, negative, or trying to be so out there, then yeah, be who you are and have pride in that. I should be sad,